Most founders think burnout looks like exhaustion, lying on the couch, unable to work, no energy left. That is the final stage. Real founder burnout starts much earlier, and most entrepreneurs miss the warning signs completely. Entrepreneurs are trained to push through pressure, work harder, stay focused, solve problems. That mentality builds companies, but it also hides burnout because founders often ignore the early symptoms. They normalize them. They call it part of the journey, until one day the body and the brain simply refuse to cooperate. Understanding the symptoms early is what separates founders who recover quickly from founders who disappear for months. Part 1. The first symptom, mental overload. The first stage of burnout is rarely physical. It is cognitive. Your brain starts carrying too many open loops, decisions, problems, responsibilities, financial pressure, team conflicts, customer demands. The founder becomes the central processor for everything. At first, this feels like high performance. You are involved in everything. You know everything. But slowly, the brain stops resetting. Even when you stop working, the mind keeps running. That is the beginning of burnout. Part 2. Decision fatigue. The second symptom is decision fatigue. At the beginning of a company, you enjoy solving problems. Every decision feels exciting. Later something changes. Simple decisions start feeling heavy. You delay them. You postpone them. You ask the team to decide instead. Or you make fast decisions without thinking them through. Both signals show the brain is overloaded. Decision fatigue is one of the clearest signs of entrepreneurial burnout, because founders make more decisions in one day than most people make in a week. When that system slows down, the entire company feels it. Part 3. Loss of strategic thinking. One of the most dangerous burnout symptoms is the loss of strategic clarity. Founders normally think ahead. They see patterns. They anticipate problems. But when burnout begins, thinking becomes reactive. Everything becomes operational. Emails, meetings, issues, team questions. The founder spends the entire day solving problems instead of designing the future. The company still moves, but it loses direction, and many founders don't realize this shift has happened. Part 4. Emotional volatility. Burnout also changes emotional responses. Small problems suddenly create large reactions. Patience decreases. Frustration increases. The founder feels irritated by things that never bothered them before. This does not mean the founder suddenly became a bad leader. It means the nervous system is overloaded. When stress hormones stay elevated for too long, emotional control becomes harder. That is another warning sign the body is reaching its limits. Part 5. Disconnection from the mission. Another symptom founders rarely expect is disconnection. The company they once loved starts to feel heavy. The mission still exists, but the emotional connection fades. Tasks feel mechanical. Progress feels empty. Some founders interpret this as losing passion. In reality, the brain is protecting itself. When the system is overloaded for too long, it disconnects emotionally to reduce stress. Part 6. Physical symptoms. Eventually, the body joins the conversation. Sleep becomes lighter. Recovery becomes slower. Energy fluctuates during the day. Focus decreases. Many founders start increasing caffeine, working longer hours, pushing harder. That temporarily masks the problem, but it accelerates burnout because the nervous system never resets. Part 7. Why strong entrepreneurs ignore these symptoms. Entrepreneurs are problem solvers. Admitting something is wrong internally feels uncomfortable. Many founders think, I just need a break. I just need to push through this quarter. I just need to close this deal. But burnout rarely disappears by pushing harder. In many cases, it accelerates. Because the real cause is not effort, it is pressure, without recovery and structure. Part 8. What recovery actually requires. Founder burnout rarely resolves with rest alone. Rest helps, but structural change is required. Decision flow must change. Leadership responsibility must shift. The founder's energy must be protected. The strongest entrepreneurs treat burnout like a system problem. They redesign the environment around themselves. And once the structure improves, performance returns surprisingly fast. Entrepreneur burnout symptoms appear long before collapse. Mental overload, decision fatigue, a loss of strategy, emotional volatility, disconnection, physical fatigue. Recognizing these signals early allows founders to intervene before the company and the leader both suffer. Because the health of a company is often a reflection of the energy of the person leading it. If you recognize several of these symptoms in yourself, do not ignore them. Burnout develops slowly, which means it can also be corrected early. We created the Founder Burnout Risk Scan to help entrepreneurs see where pressure is building inside their leadership and company structure. You can take the scan through the link below and see exactly where your risk level is.